Is listening to your intuition easy? Not always. Hello, and welcome to today's insight. And today's insight is going to be about when your intuition talks, do you listen? Now, I can say that at least for me, it took me time to realize when my intuition was telling me something. And it's not like this is completely intuitive. Sometimes you need to learn some realities, you need to learn how these things work before be you need to be initiated into these types of knowledges so that you can then utilize them to the best of your abilities. And it's not everyone who just willingly tells you this, because this comes with years and years of practice. But I would like to even the playing field to a certain extent. So when your intuition talks to you, right, there's definitely going to be a difference between your ego and your intuition. What do I mean by that? Your ego mainly talks of something that will benefit you, whereas your intuition will benefit everyone equally. Because, and at the end, because what your intuition wants is a win-win situation for everybody, because your intuition knows that that is the only way everyone will be happy with what the collective is bringing forth. And when everyone is happy, no one is trying to backstab anyone, no one is trying to get a one-up on anyone, and everything is just even keel, which might not be what some people are looking for, which is fine. But what your intuition mainly looks for is tranquility and a sense of camaraderie and ease in life. Okay. Now, if you get that something is coming from your ego and not your intuition, there is a way to turn that egoic idea into a selfless one. And it is mainly how you can see how that thing that that your ego is telling you to do will actually benefit the collective. Okay, this is what one of my coaches, Christopher Dideon, talks about, which is you being able to put yourself in a state where you know that what you're about to do will help the collective, even if at first glance it's going to mainly benefit you. But if, let's say, it's about updating your wardrobe, right? Updating your wardrobe will actually give you more confidence. It'll help you look better on stage and might actually leave your audience having a sense of you are more skilled or qualified than they are, which is technically what you're looking for and technically what they want as well, but not for the intention that you might first think. If you think that the intent behind looking good and feeling good is so that everyone thinks that you're above them and not willing to help them, that is not the case. It is the furthest thing from the truth, because when you look good and when you look like $1,000,000, when you look like you own the stage because you have the appearance, the appearance of owning the stage, that's mainly because you are confident in your abilities to hold the stage, to command the audience, that because you know your topic, and by you knowing your topic, you will show the audience that you know what you're talking about. You are a person of what's the word? Someone with a speciality, someone with a speciality, a specialist. You're a specialist, and people will flock to you because of that. But if you look like run of the mill, everybody, Joe, whatever, you won't necessarily command that confidence, that presence, that knowledge that an actual professional needs to command. Now, in regards to the listening to your intuition when it talks to you part, it is crucial that you first understand how your intuition talks to you and to pick up on those clues and actually put them in action, right? So I am mainly claircognizant, which means I get an idea. And that is what I work on. I try to put it in place. And that is something that is key. Now, other people also have a cognizant intuition, which is one of the clairs, alright? But they don't actually act on it. They don't do it, they don't put it into practice. And because of that, they might be a couple of years back in their process. The process of whatever they need to do in order to get to the wanted objective. Now, at times, I have the tendency to leave the house, leave my apartment, looking less than up to par, right? I don't always put on makeup, I don't always tie up my hair, I don't always wear the most cleanest clothes. I don't look my best all the time. But looking proper, looking well put together is going to set you apart and be able to hold a conversation in regards to your speciality. Is going to set you apart from the others like there is no tomorrow. So what I want you guys to ponder is, when was the last time that you went out the house looking like $1,000,000? Not necessarily being $1,000,000, feeling like $1,000,000, but looking like $1,000,000. Ponder that.